Hey, it's Andrew Logan here, and welcome to this very special masterclass training where I want to take you on a deep dive into the 5-step formula to master attraction marketing, setting up an attraction marketing system in your business so that you can have an endless list of high quality leads coming into your life, coming into your social media, following you, people who see you as an authority, people who trust you, and you can sit there and create a great business because you are not dealing with the time wasters, the tire kickers. You're not connecting with people who are never going to buy from you. I want to take you through that process today in this video. Now, you should have the PDF that comes with this. Okay, if you don't, just download it below this video. There's a little link. You can download it for free there. Now, obviously in the PDF, we run through the 5 steps. There's some like a tracker in there. There's some examples, there's some stuff. But in this video, we can dive a little bit deeper because we can do live examples. We can go through the actual process together. And there's also some things that just couldn't fit into the PDF because the PDF would just get too long and boring, but we can do them in the video format. A couple of extra little things, some little twists on each step that can help you really pop out to really accelerate your growth and really create this amazing system in your business so that you are earning a lot of money dealing with high quality people, not draining people who just send you running around chasing your tail all day. So how about we get into that, right? Now, before I start on the 5-step formula, I just want to talk about attraction marketing itself quickly. Like, what is it and why is it so powerful? So let's look at a marketing triangle or a marketing pyramid, essentially. And what we have is our general audience, the general market. Marketing is putting the right message in front of the right person. And so we want to break our audience into 3 separate categories. Now, at the top, we have 3% who are early adopters, basically. They are essentially ready to buy. These people are quick decision makers. They're always keen to try new things. You start your program, you start with your products, you start getting results, you post on your social media how excited you are. Let's say you've got 1,000 friends and 200 of them see the first post because of the algorithm. Out of those 200, 6 of them are like, yep, me, comment, comment, comment. We enroll them, and this is the easiest business model in the world. This is awesome. How cool is this? We do another post. The algorithm sends it to a few more people. More of these people put their hand up, and we're enrolling people. But then it hits a point where we run out of this 3%. And I'm sure you've noticed that. I'm sure you've seen in your business when you first started, you're a little bit ignorance on fire, but you were very excited and that energy, enthusiasm, and it seems so simple there for those early enrollments. And what we were just doing is we were talking to these early adopters. We were talking to the people who were ready to buy. So let's park that for a sec, and then let's talk about these other sections of the pyramid. Because on the other side of the coin, there's 60% of people who will just never buy. Your company loves to sit there and say, hey, everyone will want this, but it's not true, unfortunately. And again, I'm sure you've noticed that by now. We want to make sure that we're talking to the right people. And we know that basically at least half of our audience are just not interested in changing. They're going to whinge and complain at times, but they're not willing to do the work. So that's a lot of people in our audience, and we want to quickly disqualify them, essentially. We don't want to spend time talking to them because we're spending a lot of time for 0 results. Now, the final section here in the middle, 37%. Now, 37% is a huge number. It's more than 12 times more than here. 37% of your audience are interested, but they need a little bit more information, and we can't talk to them directly like we do these people. We can't just say, hey, look what I have, it's amazing. These people are what we call problem aware, and they're actively looking for solutions, but really they want to make a buying decision that they've actually researched. These people will buy straight away. These people want to research a little bit more, and they're looking for someone that they know, like, and trust. And they're really looking for someone who they can follow. They're looking for an authority. And this is what we're going to create. This is who we're going to talk to with our attraction marketing. Because 37%, that's a huge audience of people. But let's say it's, weight loss. they want to lose weight and they know they need to, and they know they're struggling with their energy, but they just want to investigate a little bit more first because it's, well, is it keto? Is it fasting? Is it pescatarian? Is it vegetarian? Is it, and they're checking off all these different things. Is it macro? Is it zone? Is it 5 and 2? There's so many things out there. I know I've got to go to the gym. Is it weights? Is it cardio? Is it interval? Is it Pilates? Is it stretching? Is it running? There's so many things out there, and they're just looking for a little bit of information first. Now, coming back quickly to this 3%, if you are in your early days and you really want to smash that 3%, really maximize that, because obviously we want to maximize this. We want to get as many of these enrollments as soon as possible. We want to start seeing results, start seeing income into our business. Go to that link there, andrewlogan.net/first10. Okay, I will step you through exactly how to speak to those people. Again, we speak to them a little bit differently, but I'll step you through the 4-step process to launching your business and really attaching yourself to this 3%. But the reality is, once we've gone through that 3%, we run out of people to talk to. A lot of people, not that we run out of people to talk to, but we run out of people who are ready to buy. So we've got two choices here. We either get smarter with our marketing, which is what we're going to do here, or we do what is traditionally taught. And it's just like, hey, you know what? Just go out and find more people to talk to. Go out and find more people. Go out and join a new gym, find a new hairdresser. And they're the sorts of things that uplines tell us to do. So if we flip the pyramid a little bit and we think about it like a funnel, essentially, if we think we've got our network, all our friends and all that, and then we've gone and done our marketing, our launch, our business launch and all that kind of stuff. And at the bottom, we got some sales, okay? There's some money at the bottom of this formula. Now, the problem is only about 3% of this general network with our general marketing, with a general marketing strategy, out of this whole network, we'll probably only get about 3% of people come through ready to buy and will make a sale. So that means if we want to make another 3 sales, we've got to add 100 people into this network. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of connections. That's a lot of talking to people. Like 3 people a day, every single day for a month to find 100 people to get 3 enrollments a month. That is a lot of work. If you're trying to balance work and life and family and kids and relationships and hobbies and all those sorts of things, that is a big effort. So let's get smarter with our marketing and let's just flip things around a little bit. So rather than just go out and just play the numbers game and hope is not a strategy, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to flip things around a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to lead with our marketing. We're going to lead with our marketing first. We're going to get really crystal clear through this 5-step process of who we want to talk to. And then we build an audience from that market, and that is the 37%. We're going to talk to that audience directly about, here's how I can help you. Here's my experience. Here's what's unique about me. Here's what's unique about what I offer. And we talk to this audience, and then all we've got to do is just bring them down here into a sales process and make money. But we know that the audience we're talking to are highly qualified. They are really keen on what we have. They want that solution in life. There's none of the 60% in there because we're filtering them out. We're not talking to them, and we can have much more results much, much faster. So that is attraction marketing in a nutshell. So let's get into things, right? Let's step into step number 1. So step number 1 is, who do you want to attract? Who do we want this person to be? Step number 1, going through the PDF and really writing out, who is my ideal customer? What is it about them? What are the struggles? What are their personality challenges? What are their life challenges? Really getting specific on our audience. Now, the reality here is, if you're not sure who your audience is, we'll just flip that over for a sec. If you're not sure, you're getting a little bit overwhelmed, think about it this way. The person you are best set up to serve is the person you used to be. So before you started network marketing, before you joined your company, before you started using your products, what were the pain points that you had in your life? What were the challenges? Where were you struggling? What was keeping you up at night? With your energy, your sleep, your income, your bank account, your holidays, just your hair, like whatever it was. What were the things that were frustrating you? Because your ideal audience is going to have those frustrations as well. And you can empathize with them and they can see, hey, Andrew understands my challenges. Andrew's been there, and Andrew is now a beacon of hope because he went through that challenge and got out on the other side. And so this is where, as smart marketers, we need to do a little bit of market research. Average marketers just like, here's what I have, here's what I have, here's what I have, here's why you'll want it, here's why you'll want it. Smart marketers go out and actually figure out what their audience wants first, and then they tell them what we have. But we go out and really research our market and find out what their pain points. Now, again, you should probably know, because you should have already spoken. You should have already lived this life a little bit if you're really working with the person I used to be. But let's get really smart with this. Let's make sure we're really talking to the right people. And there's two ways to do that. So the first one is to grab your phone and do some market research. So what we want to do with market research is we actually want to reach out to people in our current audience who are similar to us. And we're looking to them. They're very similar to our ideal customer. They're similar to us. And we're going to start asking them questions about the challenges that they're having. But we're not trying to prospect them. We're not trying to enroll them. We're simply going to message them and say, hey, John, super quick. I hope you don't mind me asking, but when it comes to weight loss, as a dad, I know for me, it can be a bit of a challenge. As a dad struggling with weight loss, do you find it's more about having the energy to run around with your kids or the time to go to the gym? What are the big challenges that you face? We're just going to ask like a simple A/B question like that. When it comes to your skin, do you struggle more with the winter dry weather or the summer hot weather? When it comes to your wealth, is it more that you're sick of your job or you're just not having the holidays that you want? Just asking A/B little questions like that. So I'll tell you super quickly, I had a client that I used to work with, Campbell. Campbell's an incredible guy. And we'd come in and he was working with me and he was really struggling to build his business. And I was saying to him, well, tell me how do you approach people? Like, what's your approach when you're talking to people? And he said, I reach out to dads. Dads are my target market. And I tell them how I can help dads make more money from home. And I said, what I want you to do is I want you to message 10 dads and ask them if they really want to make more money from home or if they want to have more time with their children, right? Because time is a freedom thing. Money is just money. Time is about freedom. And that's what we really offer in this business model. So he did. And he messaged 10 friends. And again, hey, John, hope you don't mind me asking, just a super good question for a project that I'm doing, just doing a little bit of research for my business. As a dad, do you struggle more with having enough money for your budget or enough time with your children? And, no worries if you don't want to answer this, but I just really help me with this project I'm doing. And out of the 10 messages he sent, 9 said, I want more time with my children, and 1 said, I want both. So half basically said, I want more money. 9.5 said, I want more time. So he'd been spending all this time thinking his audience wanted more money. His audience wanted more time. And he immediately changed his offer to, I help dads create an extra income so that they can have more time with their children. I help dads create more income so they can leave their job and have more time with their family. And immediately he started getting enrollments. And what was really cool was out of the 10 people he messaged, they were all people he had prospected in the past and they'd said no. But a number of those 10 said to him, well, what is it that you're doing? Because if you could help me with that, I'd be really interested to know. And he'd been talking to these people for years about making money from home. He never actually stopped and asked. So that's why market research is so important. Now, again, I'm a dad. The big thing for me was that I was getting married as a dad, trying to run a business as a physical therapist. You're overwhelmed, you're busy, you're working long hours, you're stressed, and you're trying to lose weight, but you're just really, really struggling. But the real thing for me was that as much as I wanted to lose weight for our wedding, I was getting really frustrated because no matter how hard I trained, I was stuck at a wall in the gym. And it was really, at the end of the day, it was about the performance. Now, if I lost weight, I would perform better. And if I'd lost weight, I'd look good for our wedding. But that was really the key for me. So when I started messaging other dads, and it was like, again, when you go to the gym, are you there more to lose weight or to improve your performance? 9 out of 10 of them said performance. So I was like, well, why am I trying to sell weight loss when it's performance, right? Why am I trying to sell this program here with this product when 9 out of 10 of my audience wants something completely different? So we've got to get clarity on that. Now, the second best way to do that is to use ChatGPT. So let's talk about ChatGPT. I'm sure you all know ChatGPT, right? Now, this is the paid version, but you don't need the paid version for what we're doing. What you want to do is you don't want to use ChatGPT for your content creation. That's step number 4. I'll show you some different websites for content creation. ChatGPT is fantastic for your market research. So we come in here and say, can you please create me? I'm always nice to, you got to be nice to the AI just in case they rise up against us. But here are the words. Create me a buyer's persona for a, now here's who I used to be, a 30-year-old dad struggling with their energy and performance in the gym. Now, it is going to create me a buyer's persona, and of all the research that's done, of all the information that ChatGPT has, it can help me understand Jason, the exhausted dad, okay? Children, married, right? Goals. Here's the cool thing. What are the challenges that Jason is having, okay? Struggling with fatigue, the sleep patterns, all right? So is there something in my product that can help de-stress life, that can improve their sleep? Let me show you how to improve your sleep so you can get off the caffeine cycle, all those sorts of things. Find the time. So I'm going to help with the timing. Here's how my products and here's how my system saves you time, because you're not having to worry about meal preparation and that, because I know you're overwhelmed and I can help you with that, right? These are the things that we know about him. The pain points, again, the pain points of struggling to manage their time, going to the gym and feeling like they're letting down the rest of the family, okay? These are pain points, and people don't buy things unless there is a problem in their life that they're trying to fix. So we want to know what the problems are. It's going to give me all this incredible stuff on how to talk to Jason. Now, the other thing I can say was, what has Jason tried in the past that hasn't worked? Because this is really going to help with step number 2, my branding. So I want to go through and really find out, again, he's tried the energy drinks. What is it about my program that gives you your energy naturally so you're not having to rely on the energy drinks and caffeine? This program, it is so flexible. It's not a strict, horrible, restrictive diet, okay? You don't need to do the crazy workout programs, because I can help you lose weight without having to do 1,000 sit-ups and, SAS boot camp style stuff that just like crashes you, right? This is why it is higher quality than the things you find over the counter. All these things, I've got an incredible amount of information about Jason just from 10 seconds worth of research there with ChatGPT. Between that and actually messaging a few other dads, I've got a really good idea of my market and what they need. Now then, step number 2 is, well, who am I? So great marketers figure out their audience first, and then we're going to look at us. And what is it about us, okay? What is about our brand? Excuse me. How do we stand out in a crowded social media marketplace? And the way we do that is to create a unique area of our social media brand. Now, in marketing terms, there's a thing called a USP, a unique selling proposition. You think Domino's, okay? They sell a very low quality, very cheap product, right? But they're this multi-billion-dollar behemoth because they weren't selling pizzas. They were selling, we guarantee to bring you piping hot pizza to your door in under 30 minutes or it's free. That was what made them unique. And that's what separated them from all the other pizza places out there. How do you separate pizza quality and price and all that kind of stuff? You know what if we just forget all of those things and we provide something unique, which is you don't even have to leave your house and we will bring it to you. Because when people feel like pizza, they generally feel like it pretty quickly. And especially if you read the story of Domino's, it's because they were next to a university, and university campus people, sometimes they might have had some things in their system that make them hungry very quickly. And so they didn't just want pizza, they wanted pizza now. They wanted carbohydrates now. And that's what made them unique. FedEx, it absolutely positively has to be there overnight. That unique marketing message separated them from everyone else. All right, so here's how we create this for you. So I want you to write down all the things that you love doing. Is it bushwalking? Is it gym? Is it travel? Is it skydiving? Is it your family? Is it your kids? Is it your church? Is it your community? Is it like what are the things that you absolutely love? And what are the things that you are good at? What are the things that you have life experience in? Okay. What are areas of your life where you can offer someone some experience? And again, if your audience is very similar to the person you used to be, you have experience with going through the challenges of losing weight as a busy dad, or all these sorts of things. You've got this experience because of who you were and the challenges that you've overcome and the experiences that you've created. Now, what we have in the end then is, let's say for me, I love health and fitness. I love going to the gym. Specifically, I do love CrossFit. Now, CrossFit, some people don't like it, okay? Some people love it. I happen to do it. I just enjoy it as something a bit different. I don't play competitive sports anymore, and it allows me to get a bit of competitive juices out. Am I the best CrossFitter in the world? Absolutely not. Are there tens of thousands of CrossFitters better than me? Yes. Would I feel like an imposter if I tried to create a brand around CrossFit when I'm now a 42-year-old dad with bad knees? Yes, I would feel very, very imposter syndrome. Now, I can take care of myself at the gym and do all those sorts of things, but I'm certainly not the best CrossFitter in the world. You know what, but I also have a 15-year career before I started network marketing as a physio. So the human body and how the human body works, the biomechanics, injury prevention, rehabilitation, actual like functional movement patterns, I've had that drilled into my head for 25 plus years now. In 25 years since I went to university and learned all this stuff. Now, I don't do it anymore, but I still have those skills. I still have those experiences, and I know exactly how to take care of the human body. Now, again, am I the best CrossFitter in the world? No. Am I the best physiotherapist in the world? Absolutely not, especially not these days because it's been a very long time. But very few CrossFitters would know their body as well as I do. And very few CrossFitters would know how to actually rehabilitate their body or rehabilitate their friends as well as I do. And very few physiotherapists know the CrossFit training methodology because it's generally kind of seen as a little bit weird, in the same way network marketing is seen as a little bit weird for a lot of people. A lot of physios, oh no, they're kind of all crazy weirdos, right? Sounds familiar. So the reality is I have a USP, and in this situation, I like to call it a unique superpower, where I can go into CrossFit groups and I can talk to people from CrossFit and I can offer them an incredible amount of value because I know exactly how they move their body and how the human body is meant to be moved. So I can create an incredible brand around this. And I'm creating something that is unique, and not a lot of people have this. And you all have the power to do this. You just need to dig a little bit deeply, okay? So again, I want to tell you about a client that I was working with. Now, Sharon is a client I was working with. Beautiful lady. She lives in Sydney, an hour on a plane south of where we live here. And we were talking about this sort of thing. She was really struggling with her social media. And I'm like, what are the things that you love? And she said, on top of everything else, I love cooking. Now, she did represent a company that had, household cleaning products. So there was obviously that line, and she wanted to sort of align them as much as she could. You don't have to, all right? You don't have to have your product align with your brand, but it does. It helps in many ways, of course. But the reality was that was something that she really loved. But again, she's having imposter syndrome. I'm no Jamie Oliver. I'm no Maggie Beer. I'm no Stephanie Alexander. I'm no Gordon Ramsay. Why would anyone watch my reels or my videos or my posts about cooking when they could go to Jamie Oliver's website and get way better stuff, right? But she loved cooking. So I'm like, well, let's dig a little bit deeper, Sharon. Tell me about your life. Like, what experiences you have, your work, your life, your upbringing, all those sorts of things. It turns out Sharon's got 10 children. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible, Sharon. And I said, so, tell me more. And she said, well, I raised and homeschooled 10 children. So not only did she have to prepare and budget for and cook for and clean up after 10 children, she also had, friends come over. She had picky eaters. She had people with, different palates. And she had to do that 3 times a day, and they were living at home with her the whole time. So she also had to find the time between homeschooling and her own life to go out and budget for 10 people, plus her and her husband. The average mum can look at her, or dad, the average mum or dad can look at her and say, man, I've got 2 children and I'm struggling with time in the kitchen and budgeting and shopping, and how do I do that? She's sitting here saying, well, here's what I learned cooking for 10 children 3 times a day for 20 years, right? Here's all the things that I learned. Here's how I learned how to budget. Here's how I learned to actually sit down and really get a recipe that's meant for X people and turn it into a recipe for 12 people. Here's how we did it from a timing point of view. Here's how we structured the family and kitchen and cooking time, and just the sheer amount of utensils and everything. I mean, it blows my mind, right? And I said to her, this is incredible. You have an absolutely incredible niche here where you can talk to mums, dads, families in a way that Jamie Oliver can't. They can't relate to Jamie Oliver and his 30-minute meals because he's sitting there in this perfect kitchen and he's got all his people off to the side. You're sitting there juggling everything else and doing that. So you all have this superpower. Now, you'll all know Fraser Brooks, right? What made Fraser really amazing was that he loved network marketing and he'd grown up in the network marketing family. And there's there's Eric Warrays and that. Is he as, amazing at network marketing as Eric Warray? Well, he is, but how do you stand out? Because he was really good at social media. So he created this niche of the Ninja Networker, and he was offering something that little bit different that was very valuable to people. When I wrote my book, when I launched my programs and all that, people were saying, why are you writing a book when there's the Eric Warrays, when there's the Fraser Brooks? And it was Fraser who, if you know my backstory, it was actually speaking at one of Fraser's events, and he's a very good friend of ours. He's stayed at our house here multiple times, and it was through just connecting with him and chatting. And then we did an event together on the Gold Coast a number of years ago. And we were always talking about the financial stuff. We were talking about the actual wealth creation strategies and what's missing in this industry. And he's like, you love network marketing and you're really good at talking about wealth creation strategies. You're really good at showing people the next step. How about you create that little niche? And so that's why I wrote my book. And that's why I really love to talk about helping people build their business. But actually, what do we do then with that money? How do we turn this extra money we're making into freedom? And it's a niche that you create. So this is really cool. So you want to go through and do this process. You want to go through and do that together, right? Figure out how to get those 2 things together and where do they cover across? Where do you get this little Venn diagram and you get the overlap, okay? Now, the other thing, and we touched on it before with Jason here, our performance Jason, right, from ChatGPT. Again, one of the ways to really, really maximize your branding, and this one isn't in the PDF, that this one is often we can get really caught up with who we are. And it's like, I'm into health and I'm all about health. You stand out by who you are not. What is it that you don't represent? What is it that you don't do? Now, when I say this, first of all, I just want to make sure I'm not saying, I'm not like Bob and his products from his company. My company versus his company. It's not about that. It's not, I'm not Sally, like Sally's a weirdo, right? It's a mindset. It's a societal norm that people believe. So again, I love to talk about wealth creation because I am not the person who's going to say, hey, just get a job. Hey, just make some extra money, but then blow it on things that just put you further in debt. I am not the person who's going to tell you to just listen to the government and just put your money away and just hope at the end of your life. I am not the person that's going to teach you a quick little hack to try and make a couple of extra bucks here and there, because I'm the person who's going to teach you wealth and actually leaving a legacy. That's who I am, because I am not the quick fix or just the follow the path person. Now, in the same way, Angie, my wife, she talks about health and wellness, and people think in health and wellness that it's all about restriction. You got to cut calories. You got to punish yourself at the gym. She is not the deprivation person. In the same way, I'm saying don't deprive yourself of a great life. Chase freedom. Don't just cut costs. She's saying don't cut your calories. Don't starve yourself. Fuel and nourish yourself. Challenge your body. Celebrate your body. Don't punish yourself at the gym. I am not the person that's going to teach you all those things. So if we remember Jason here are the things that we are not. Let's grab this chat GPT screen again. Again, we're coming back to, where was it, down here? I am not the strict diet plan person. I am not the rely on caffeine person. I am not the crush yourself at the gym person. That is not what I represent. And that's how I'm going to stand out from the crowd of all the people who sat there and just said, oh yeah, the key is just to do 1,000 sit-ups at the gym. Calories in versus calories out, blah, blah, blah. I am not that person. Now, what we want to do, step number 3, what we want to do now is we want to bring these two together. So again, great marketing. We found out what our audience wants, okay? And we know, here's what we have. So we have products, tablets, shakes, pills, creams, hair washes, a compensation plan, an opportunity, a system for making money online and trading and platforms. And there's lots of things out there, right? Here's what we have. Here's what the audience wants. And the bridge between these two is an offer. Now, the offer is that single sentence that describes how you help the person with what they need. Help this person remove that pain point from their life. So again, it's not about, well, here are my shakes and tablets. Here's what I have, right? What do you want? You want to improve your performance. You are stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're really struggling. So here's a way to improve your CrossFit. I can show you how to improve your CrossFit without having to change your training modalities. What if I could help you improve your performance at the gym and improve your body composition without having to cut calories or drastically change your diet? What if I could help you look 5 years younger without having to do crazy skin routines or put chemicals on your face? What if I could show you how to have 5-star holidays without the 5-figure expenses? What if I could show you how to create more time with your children without having to take on a second job? We're going to help people create an offer so that then we can understand that our audience understands actually it's not about the product that I'm selling, it's about the solution that I'm providing. I'm not providing a simple quick fix to lose some weight. I'm providing a system to take the overwhelm out of your diet and nutrition so that you can get better results at the gym with less effort so you can have more time and energy with your children, right? We want to create that offer because that then becomes the cornerstone of all our content creation, what we're going to be saying in our content creation. You want to do that, there's a little formula in the PDF. And again, if you don't have the PDF yet, it's down below this video. All right, now content creation. This is a big one, okay? Content creation. Now, the key to good content creation, step number 4, we've laid the platform, we've laid the foundations. We know who we're going to talk to. We know their pain points. We know what makes us unique, okay? And we know how to bridge the gap between what they want and what we have. Now we've got to create our content. Now, I want you to remember here, our content is not meant to sell. We don't sell with our content. We attract with our content. Selling is step number 5. The goal of our content creation is to attract those 37%. And we build authority, we build trust, we build brand awareness. And in the words of Gary Vee, it's like jab, 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 right cross, okay? We are going to sit there and say, righto, we're going to build this audience. We're going to create that funnel. We're going to attract all these people to us. And then every now and then we throw that big right hook and we get them into action. But we've got to jab, jab, jab first. We've got to give a bit of value. We've got to sit there and they say, actually, this Andrew Logan guy understands what we're talking about. This Andrew Logan guy has been where we were. and they're going to go through this journey with us, okay? So remember your social media ABCs. Who do I want to attract? What is my brand? We've done those 2 steps. Now I'm going to create content that gets comments and connection so that I can have conversations and earn commissions. Step 5 for the conversation and commissions. We'll take you through those conversation processes. But we are here to create content that gets connection, that people want to engage with. So before we do that, all right, we need to remember Simon Sinek. Now, Simon Sinek, one of the, I think the 2nd or the 3rd most watched TED Talk ever in the world, and it was so brilliantly simple. I'm sure you've all seen it or at least heard of it, okay? Start with why. Now, the mindset of start with why. And where we always go wrong as humans is that we try and start from the outside and go in. And we do it when we're talking to people. Here's what I have. Here's how it works. Here's why you should buy it. And we come up against resistance. And we're like, this person's complaining about their energy and I have a great product. I'm telling them all about what it is. Why won't they make a decision? Because we're pushing against them. They want to come from the inside out and we're trying to talk to them from the outside in. Okay, instead of saying, well, you know, why is it that you think you're really struggling with your energy? How is that affecting you? What else have you tried? Because here's what I'm doing and it's helping me. All right, because they're laying in bed. Why don't I have enough energy? Why isn't this belly going away? Why can't I improve my skin? Why is my hair so dry and flaky and damaged? Why do we never have enough money? How do I fix this? What do I need to do? They're the conversations that are going on in the head. And great marketing is going into your audience's head and having that conversation with them and saying, look, I can help you answer these questions. And we build brand awareness, we build authority through doing that. So that is the first thing, right? We're going to start with why are we posting? Not what should I post? Should I post, like, what should it be? Should it be a reel? Should it be a live? Like, you know, how do I even create a reel? Like, people get so caught up in that. Start with why. So why am I posting? Apologies for my handwriting. If this is the first time, you know, I have a medical background, right? 25 years ago, I got into the medical system and you end up with this handwriting, okay? But basically, there's 2 reasons that you are posting on your wall. Again, if it's TikTok, if it's Instagram, if it's Facebook, it's all the same. Forget the algorithm. Forget about that. How do I, you know, what is the algorithm and how do I, you know, like figure it out, right? How do I hack the algorithm? No, why are you posting? You're either posting to grow your audience, grow your brand, terrible, grow your authority, grow your brand awareness, grow the trust in your audience, have people coming to you and wanting to be your friend, wanting to join your group, whatever it is. And then we want to get them to actually take action. We want to market to them. So we're either growing our audience or we're marketing to them to get them to take action. Now, again, in the Gary Vaynerchuk jab, 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 right hook, 80% of our posting is about growing an audience, giving them value, sharing who we are, and 20% of it is about getting them to take action. So we have 2 types of posts here. We have our lifestyle. So don't need to spend too much time on this one. This is me being me. All right. Here I am dropping the kids off for school. Here I am, you know, and here I am hanging out with the kids, right? That is me being me. I'm a dad. I have freedom. I have choice because I get to be there and picking my kids up from school each day. So here I am just in my lifestyle. Here's Angie and I going out for lunch. And it's a very just lifestyle post. We get to choose what we do each day. We get to choose who we do it with because we've created this life of freedom that is talking to other people, other families who want to create more life, more freedom in their life, particularly. And we're just showing off that life, right? Now, again, out of the 80%, you can do this, you know, 30, 40, 50%. The other side of the coin, value. If you do that, the other 30, 40, 50%. If you want to lead a bit more with who you are, do a bit more lifestyle here. If you want to lead with what you do a bit more value out of this 80%. I'm going to dig into value posts in a sec for you. You're going to spend some time on them because these are the ones that really help you actually separate yourself from the pack. So we want to spend some time on them. And then over here, we're going to share results We're going to share our results. We're going to share friends' results. We're going to share team members' results, clients that we have, customers that we have. We're going to celebrate their results. Again, in the very early days where we talked about right at the start, look at this before and after, look at this before and after, look at this before and after, look at this before and after. And that works. It works for the 3%. The 60% unfollow you, or often block you, unfriend you, right? Because all you're doing is throwing haymakers. These are powerful. These get people to jump off the fence, right? Those 37%, they're gathering information. They're following me. Andrew, I trust Andrew. Like, look what he's doing. And then I throw a result out every now and then. Okay, I'm in. And CTA stands for call to action. So again, we're going to call people into action, and I'll show you the formula for this as well. There's a few formulas. I'll run you through one of them in this video. So again, results are pretty simple. It's like, here's my friend. Here's, he and I have been at the gym together. He was really stuck at a wall a little while ago. He decided to make a few changes to his nutrition, and look at him now. Look what he's been able to achieve, right? We're sharing stories of the people we have helped. Let's dive into actually doing these formulas. Now, what I want to do, actually, before that, what I want to do is I want to show you a couple of websites to really, really help you. So sometimes we get stuck here, especially in our value like content creation. So again, I'm going to share a couple of websites. Now, you may have seen these, you may not. Let's talk about your content creation. So if you struggle with these value posts, how do I give value to my audience? And especially if you struggle with like a little bit of imposter syndrome, what we want to do is we want to use the website called Answer the Public. Now, this is I've got a free account here. You don't need to pay for this one. I mean, you can if you want. But again, let's just talk about weight loss. Very, very simple term. Now, this is going to look through all the Google searches in Australia. In this regard, you can do Bing, you can do YouTube, you can do TikTok, you can change the country. All right, I'm in Australia. It's doing Australia. It doesn't really matter. It's just about figuring out your audience and getting to understand them. Now, what it's going to do, it takes a little bit of time because it gathers a huge amount of information, but it is now going to come and show me all the questions that people are asking Google. So why is weight loss hard? Why is weight loss slow? These are the questions that people are asking. They're asking questions about weight loss with hypothyroidism. Now, can you lose weight without cardio? Now, not all of these will be great, but so many of these are going to help you. So you get this nice little, you get a few of them, right? So these are deeper ones. These are prepositions. You can download these as well, okay? So you can see that you can save this image. So again, the free version, you're allowed two or three searches a day. You can just download these. There's so much information here. How does weight loss work? What do drugs work? Can you lose weight again without exercise? Weight loss pills, what is out there, okay? These are how do I break through a weight loss plateau? Okay, when weight loss slows down. So what we can just do is you can click on any of these. Let's talk about, there's weight loss tips there. Okay, that's a simple, but what if WHO, as in World Health Organization, where was when weight loss slows down? Weight loss plateaus. So if you then click on that, it's then going to bring you to Google, and it's going to bring you all of the search results for people who've been asking this question. Now look what we've got here, 12 simple ways to break through a weight loss plateau. Weight loss plateaus, why they happen, what they do, 15 ways to break through a weight loss plateau. So if you are talking to someone who is struggling with their weight loss, if you're talking to someone and they're struggling with their weight loss, or your audience, is struggling with their weight, you know that you have a solution, and you know your ideal customer is someone who has struggled with their weight for a while. You could create value posts around 5 ways to break through a weight loss plateau, 3 tricks to break through that stubborn weight loss plateau that you're at, the top 4 reasons that you're struggling to lose weight. Who is going to read those posts? And again, it could be a post, it could be a live, it could be a reel, it could be a picture, an infographic. It doesn't matter. It's not about the what, it's the why. And who is going to read that? Someone who is so frustrated and stuck in a weight loss plateau. And you're going to give them value, and you're going to understand their problem. And then a few days later, you throw up a results post of, hey, here's my friend Jane, and she'd been stuck at a weight loss plateau for a while. She reached out to me for a bit of help. Look what she's been able to achieve in the past 2 weeks. How incredible. Let's all celebrate Jane. right? And this person who's been reading your value posts, they've been following you, they've been engaging, they're like, you know what? I need to take action. I need to do that. Now, that was just one example, right? Now, I could, out of here, I could create 10, 15 value posts with variations of that. There is so much information here. Do not copy and paste, because that is lazy. Copy and pasting is lazy. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is actually, sorry, I meant to reshare that page. What we want to do is make sure that when we go through these things, we're getting the information, we're getting the little tips, we're getting the bullet points, and then we're going to rewrite them in our own language. And I'll give you that formula. Now, the other one that you can do is that you can use NowSite. So on the PDF, there's a link to NowSite. Now, this is a paid one. This is a paid platform. It's an app essentially on your phone. It's also a platform. It is specifically designed for network marketers. It's a network marketing content creation app. Now, it uses ChatGPT to help you create your posts. So you can do a video, it will watch it, it will caption, it can just create things. You can, use a short only post. You can give it a little bit of information. What you'll actually see here is that when you join, it will ask about you. It will ask certain questions. It will help you, get your branding. What we've also done is, you'll see here with mine, when it loads up, I gave it my book to read. So this is the introduction section of my book. I gave it all that. So now it can speak in my language. So I copy and pasted the whole section of my book so it can speak to my language. So when we come to creating a post, I can say, look, I want this about my business, okay, which is the way out. I want it to entertain people, and I want it to be about something, I want it to be about, an inspiring quote, and it's going to help me create that. Now, you can do that again with your connecting. So if you're not really sure how to start a conversation, it's going to help you. If you want to comment on someone's post, if you're wanting to do cold messaging, direct invitation and reaching out, it's going to help you create it, and it's going to do it in your language because you've trained it. You can also, here we are, it can also create websites for you. So you can create, if you want to do a website, a lead magnet, a funnel, you can do all that here. So we can do a funnel, we can do a landing page. We're not going to talk about lead magnets in this video, but that's the way to supercharge your attraction marketing. And again, we can set the tone of it, whether it's excited, you can change the language, you can do all those sorts of things. It's a really incredible piece of software. And it's really cool as well if you want help from Eric Warray, okay? So you can see here, I asked it just how to overcome objections, and then Eric answered it, and then I asked him to do it in Swedish, please, and then I asked him to do it in Spanish, and he will actually do that video for you as well. So you have that connection there to help you go through the process. Like anything, you just got to train it up a little bit, but then it's going to really help you with your content creation process. So that is NowSite. And again, there's a link in the PDF that can take you through to that. That is one that you do need to pay for. The others you can use all for free up to this point. Now, let's get in and share some slides here, because I want to show you how to do your value posts and then your call to action posts. So I want to help with that. So here is a value post. Now, there's a few formulas. We'll give you one for call to action, one for value post. Here is a simple anatomy of a value post. Here's how you structure it. So you have a headline, you have a sub-headline or a very quick short story. You have 3 to 5 bullet points of value. That's enough. I mean, most people's attention span doesn't go past that. And then you have a little summary sentence or a call to action. Now, again, lead with what you know and love. You've created this brand. You've used Answer the Public. You've used NowSite to really help with your languaging, your content creation. But you don't need to be an expert. In fact, you don't want to be an expert. A lot of people get caught up in network marketing because they were a plumber one day, and then suddenly they're an expert on DNA chains. And their friends and their family and their audience is like, well, look, that's great, but you've been a plumber for 30 years. Now you're trying to school me on why I need to give my DNA chains certain amino acids. Like, how did you just suddenly become a science thing overnight? That's when you get trolls. That's when you get haters. That's when you get the bro university and the people with Google degrees and YouTube degrees because they watched 3 or 4 videos one night coming in and pooing all over your posts. We don't want those people. So we're not going to be an expert. We're going to say, look, here's what I've found. Here's what I do. Now, to help you, I want to give you a couple of headline formulas as well, because the headline is the most important thing of your post. You want to grab people's attention, and specifically the attention of the audience that you're wanting to attract. So here's a formula: adjective, topic that will result. Now that may sound a bit weird just as a formula, but simple, adjective. Weight loss trick that will help you drop 2 sizes. Who is going to read that value post? Someone who's struggling to lose weight, the audience you want to build. What if you're more about success? What if you're more about productivity? Your system is all about helping people improve their lives. Ninja productivity hack that will help you be 4 to 5 times more productive. And you're speaking to office workers, or you're speaking to entrepreneurs about something that can really help them, and they're trying to be more productive. And maybe you've got like a nootropic or a focus or a, like a brain boosting thing that can really help. Hollywood skincare trick that helps you look 5 years younger. Talking to people who are looking to create better skin. My simple 4-step DMO to help you build your empire, right? That is my DMO. Speaking of lead magnets, a lot of you may have even found this video. If I can find it, here it is. May have found this video, may have found me through my 4-step DMO to help you build your network marketing empire. That is a lead magnet. That's like the next level of attraction marketing, where you actually create a little PDF or something to help bring people to you, give them more value. Now, again, number, ways to, adjective, topic. 7 ways to quickly reduce your stress, and then we add naturally as well there as a little boost. Who's going to read that? Someone who's stressed. 4 ways to rapidly change your mindset. Who's going to read that? Someone who wants to make changes in their life. Who's not going to read that? The 60% that don't care. The 60% that don't want to change their life are not going to read that. And that's fine. So actually, just on that subject, a key here is if you do a picture of your cat or your dog, you'll get lots and lots of likes. You do one of these, you probably won't get a lot of likes. Sometimes you will. Sometimes you'll actually really go viral, which is what we want, because we get a lot of comments and shares and people posting it out and really sharing it because you've given them a lot of value. But generally, just general lifestyle stuff gets more engagement on social media because you're being social, right? So just don't expect the same amount of engagement. When I post about our dog, it gets lots of engagement. When I post about our business, it doesn't get as much engagement because more people care about dogs than business, right? But that's also just understanding to compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, actually. Anyway, 5 ways to naturally look younger in 5 minutes or less. 2 ways to effectively build your network marketing business. We talked about that at the start. So again, I can talk about, look, you can network and then market and then sell, or you can market and then create an audience and then sell to that audience, right? They're the 2 ways to build your business. At the end of the day, you either meet people, talk about what you do and try and sell them, or you talk about what you do, you create an audience, and then you sell to them, right? Now, again, you can see a little variation, just a simple like flip of that formula there down the bottom. Why undesired outcome? Why most network marketers fail to find financial freedom? Because we don't teach wealth creation skills, we teach them how to make money, and how to make money is only half the equation. The second half of the equation is how to have your money make money. So when I'm creating content where I want to talk to network marketers, I want to talk to them about why you're never going to create financial freedom from your network marketing business alone. And a very, very tiny percentage, the very, very top of your company will, but most people don't find financial freedom, not because there's anything wrong with their company or their product or the industry, but because they're not taking care of the money that they're earning. Why men over 35 struggle to lose weight. Who's going to read that? Someone like me who's 42 and has bad knees and is like, well, hey, how do I lose this weight? Right? Why women struggle with stress more than men. Why your job is keeping you broke. Okay. How to desired income how to earn extra income even if you don't have a large following. You create a great audience and you build a proper following. How to lose weight even if you hate going to the gym. Okay. We're talking about Jason, my ideal customer from my ideal audience from ChatGPT before. How to get beach ready even if you ate way too much over Christmas. How to sleep silently through the night even if you love coffee. And again, we got a little variation on the formula there. Now, one last one. Again, I'm not going to go deeply into this, but if you do want to create a lead magnet, if you do want to get onto Canva or find someone on Fiverr who can help you and create a little lead magnet like a DMO or like a PDF like this, or something you really want to up your game, okay? The adjective guide to topic for niche. the definitive guide to losing weight for busy women. All right. You can put that at the bottom of your value post as a call to action. Here's my thing, boom, boom, boom. Also, if you'd like a free copy of my definitive guide to losing weight for busy women, drop a comment, I will send it to you. That's how we turn engagement into a conversation. Okay, I'll show you an example in a sec as well. The complete guide to de-stressing your life for corporate salesmen. The final guide to cutting carbs for men. The ultimate guide to earning 7 figures in network marketing. Okay, that's what this is. It's 7 steps to financial freedom. It is my ultimate guide, like everything I've learned over the last 10 years of network marketing, over the last 20 years of investing and wealth creation. It is all in there. That is my ultimate guide. It's not a book. It's an ultimate guide. And again, when I'm talking to people, hey, look, if you'd like my ultimate guide to creating financial freedom through network marketing, just click the link or shoot me a message, drop a comment. I will send it out to you, right? And I can start having conversations with these people. So let's show you a couple of examples. So here is Angie, my wife, with our son, Jack. Jack needs to comb his hair, as you can see. But here is a very simple example using that formula before. 5 ways to get more protein into your day, right? So she's got a headline. It's talking to people who want to improve their protein intake. They are people who care about their health. They are people who want to actually make changes in their life, but they're looking for ways to do that simply, okay? She then has a short story under her headline, just very quickly, and she's not being an expert, because look at the language. Here's 5 ways I do that, all right? It's not, here's the best 5 ways. Here's the best ways according to the internet. Here's what scientists say you should do. No, because that's then going to attract the people like, oh, well, I do it this way. No, she's just saying, here's what I do, right? Eggs, boom, 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 boom. And then at the bottom, little PS, call to action. PS, whilst I've got a lot of great protein recipes, protein ball recipes that I found, like I was doing some research and I found some really great recipes. Let me know if you'd like them. And she has actually created a PDF, and I have a copy of it here somewhere. She has created a little recipe book of protein balls, right? So again, like little lead magnets. So she created these little protein balls. At the back, there's her story. Okay, there's our little story with a call to action at the bottom. And there's all these nice little protein ball recipes, okay? So a simple lead magnet that can help her turn engagement into conversations. Here's a very simple version. Here's one from me, a very simple version, the same formula, right? Different languaging. Again, I'm talking to people who want to change their life. I'm not all about just, hey, just follow the 40-40-40 9-to-5 plan, right? Here's how to actually change your life. What's the headline? Want to know the formula for success, okay? Subheadline, it's actually much simpler than you think. 3 bullet points and then a little summary at the end. In 3 to 5 years, you'll become an overnight success. So they are your value posts, right? And again, you want to be doing these in your lifestyle posts, 80% of your posting. So if you're posting every day, 5 to 6 of your posts a week, 2 to 3 and 2 to 3 should be lifestyle and value, right? And again, if you're struggling with your content creation, you've got Answer the Public and Now Site to help you get content going, to help you sit there and say, all right, I want to talk to people about skincare. I'm going to come to, let's do it actually. So again, we can share things. So again, we can just come into here and skincare. And again, it's going to pull up all these results. So if you're talking about skincare, that's your formula, that's your thing. So again, so you can see here, it's the free version. So it's 3 searches. It does sort of move around every now and then. But here are all questions that people are asking about skincare. Why is skincare? All right. What skincare routine is good? What's good for acne? Okay. Which brands are the best? How, like, they're safe? Which ones are safe? Which one's good? Again, acne, a big one, right? All these things of skincare that I can help create. What ingredients to avoid when pregnant? All right, there's going to be a huge amount of information I can get from that. And I can create 3 or 4 posts about that. And I put them out once a week, right? Super cool. So much we can do. Now, the next one, let's come back to our formulas here. Our next one is our call to action. Okay, So every now and then, we need to throw that right hook. We need to throw that big punch and get people off the fence. Here is one formula for call to action, okay? So who is this for? So calling all my dads struggling, or calling my fellow CrossFitters who are stuck at a wall in their performance. If I could show you a way to improve your workout times, having faster times in your AMRAPs, now AMRAP is a very CrossFit word, as well as increasing your 1RMs, and again, that's a very CrossFit word, I'm talking directly to my audience, right? Now, an AMRAP means that you're faster in cardio, which generally means you've lost weight to go faster in cardio. Your 1RMs means you're stronger. So I'm saying, if I can show you how to be faster, but also stronger, so you're getting leaner without losing the muscle, all right? So calling all my CrossFitters stuck at a wall in their performance, if I could show you a way to improve your workout times or your WOD times so that you are getting better, faster scores in your AMRAPs and heavier lifts in your 1RMs without having to add extra training to your schedule. Because that's the thing that they don't want to do. They don't want to stay and do the extras. That's annoying. Yeah, I want to improve my performance, but I'm already busy enough. Jason, go right back to ChatGPT. He was already feeling guilty about balancing time with his child and partner and work and the gym, right? So here's the annoying thing. So calling all my CrossFitters struggling to break through that wall, that barrier in their performance. Okay, if I could show you a way to improve your WOD time so you are faster through your AMRAPs, you are lifting more on your 1RMs, and you didn't have to do any extra sessions at the gym, would you be open to having a look at something that I've been using that's really helped me? I have something that may be able to help you. If you're open to having a look, drop a comment below and I will send it out to you. I've started using a system and I'm getting incredible results. I'd love you to have a look at it if you're open to change. Right, we're going to call them to action, and that is one formula to help with that. So let's jump out of here. Let's remove that. So that is our content creation. That's really heavy. I don't need those. That's a really heavy one, right? But that is the reality of the content creation is key. We're going to spend those first few steps getting our content precise, making sure that we are talking to the right people, getting a really, really crystal clear message, and then we've just got to create content. Now, with that, you'll see in this PDF, there is a little tracker. I talked about it before. So why am I posting? How should I do that? What am I posting? My likes, my comments, my shares or saves, okay? When I do a lifestyle post and I track it, I compare it to other lifestyle posts. What lifestyle post did my audience like versus what does it not like? When I do a value post and I look at the comments and shares, I need to track these things. I need to make sure that I'm getting market feedback. I'm listening to my audience, all right? Don't compare your lifestyle to your value, to your call to actions, to your results, because that's not a fair fight. You'll also see at the back here, there's like little, example schedules as well, just to help you track your numbers. But in any business, you want to treat this like a business. If you're not tracking it, if you're not measuring it, you can't improve it. So track your content for the next 30 days and see how it's going and really focus on what's working. So now we need to turn engagement into sales, into commissions. All right. And I'm, this is this is the key thing, obviously, because engagement's great, but we don't get paid just for engagement. We get paid on people who actually purchase our product. So this itself is a 5-step process. So step number 1, we need to qualify. We need to qualify our people. So we're having a conversation where I'm chatting to Fred, and Fred's complaining about his energy, his performance. And I want to make sure that Fred isn't just venting, because some people just like to vent. Some people just like to whinge and complain. And if you fix their problem, you take away their ability to vent. When I was a physio, I used to fix people's backs, and then they'd, my back felt good, so I pulled the washing machine apart. I took away their pain and I took away their reason to vent and complain. So they went off and re-injured themselves. It's fascinating, right? But that's a reality. So we've got to qualify people, and this is really important. You'll see why in a sec. But it's so important to just ask that quick question. So often when someone's like, oh yeah, my skin really sucks, straight away, oh my goodness, I've got a product for you. Just qualify them. How important is it that you fix that? how important is it to you to change that? Is this affecting you, or is it affecting others as well? Out of 10, how important would it be to take that out of your life? If I could show you a way to fix that, would you be open to having a look? We have to qualify them. And if they're not 10 out of 10, if there's, no, whatever. Okay, no worries. Cool. I want to work with people who are 10 out of 10 and are ready. Now, the people who are ready, yes, I do want to fix this problem. I'm sick of it. Cool. I have a video that I've been using a system for the last 6-12 months. I'm getting incredible results. I've got a video that explains it really well. I'll send you a link to it. We've got a Facebook group full of testimonials, full of people just like you who can show you what they're doing, right? And you can see all the results. We've got a website that runs you through step by step exactly how to use this program. I'll send you the link. We send them an invitation to the destination where there's more information. All right, don't try and tell them the whole thing on the spot, because that is not duplicatable, right? We need to have duplicatable systems like these 5-step formulas. Now, you may need to follow up, right? Because even if they're keen, and you may need to follow up multiple times, even though they're keen, we qualified them, but there may just be a few questions. Now, people get stuck with follow-ups. How do I follow up? Is it too soon? How often? When? Am I being annoying? When do I let them go? Other people like, you don't get off my list until you die. Like, I will follow up with you 47 times if that's what it takes, right? So what we want to do with the invitation is we do a couple of things with our invitation. So when we invite and ask people to have a look, or we send them the invitation to the destination where there's more information, we set the follow-up then. So we actually take out a lot of the stress and overwhelm here by setting up the invitation, setting up the follow-up when we're doing the invitation. So again, like John, we've got this great video. It goes for 3 to 4 minutes. It explains it so much better than I can. I'm still fairly new. I'm still just, wrapping my head around. I'm no scientist. I'm no kind of, I have no qualifications, but I just know that it's been working for me. But I'll send you this 3-minute video of our science team explaining how it works. I'll shoot you a link tonight, and then I'll touch base with you tomorrow. So I've told him that I'm going to follow up. So when I see him the next day, it's not like, oh, did he watch it? I said, hey, you better watch this tonight because I'm going to be following up with you tomorrow. So, hey, when I saw, touching base, as I said I would. Step number 2 here, the second thing we do is that we ask a yes question here. Often it's like, hey, did you watch the video? And he says, no. I'm like, oh, shit. What do I do now? Did you like the video? No. You ready to get started? No. Never ask a yes/no question. Okay, ask a yes/yes question. John, following up on that video I sent you, I just want to check, did it answer all your questions, or you had a few others? Now, if it answered all his questions, he's ready to start, which is step number 5, and I'll show you that in a sec. But he might say, actually, I have a few more questions. What I don't want him to say is, no, it sucked, it was stupid. So I didn't give him the choice to say that. It's like, did it answer your questions, or do you still have some? I do still have some, I'm celiac, I'm gluten intolerant, okay? Cool, great question, comes up a lot. We've actually got a little website from our company that has an allergen table, and you can go through each product and see what the allergens are like for you, all right? How about I send you a link to that website over lunch when I get to my computer, and then tomorrow at lunch we can chat. So I send a new invitation, I set the time for the next follow-up, and then the next follow-up, hey, did you get that link about the allergen table? Did that answer your questions, or was there anything else that you needed? Actually, my wife would like to start as well. Awesome, but she had some questions. Okay, now price could come up here, and price is a great place to bring up the yes/yes question. Yeah, I'm ready, but I'm just not sure about the price. Like, what does it cost? Would you like to pay half price or full price? Would you like to pay the retail price or the wholesale price? Would you like to pay the full price, or would you like to know the discounted price? What are we doing here? We're going to start to talk to them about, well, hey, there's this really simple system that our company offers where you can come in, and if you bring a few friends, then it's half price. You get your pack for free. We've got this thing, it's called Bring a Mate, Get a Rebate. we've got this thing, it's called 3 and it's free. Right? I mean, that was the most simple languaging. We can get so caught up with, well, you find 2 people and then they find 2 people and then you blah, blah, blah. Sales is like, hey, well, if you'd like it for free, if you bring 3, it's free. We've got this really simple system where if you bring 3, it's free. Would you be able to afford it if it was free? Are you doing this alone or are you doing this with friends? How much does it cost? Well, it does depend. Are you doing this alone or with friends? So if you're doing it alone, it's going to cost this. If you're doing it with friends, it's possibly free, right? Yes, question. Now, along the way as well, like price, there might be an objection. So objections will come up, and they'll come up randomly throughout, but let's talk about them now. Let's address them now. So objections come from one of 4 places. 1, you are talking to the wrong person and they're just sending you around in circles because they don't have the guts to say no to your face. So, oh yeah, but I don't know, but and they're just coming up with these random objections and hope that you'll leave them alone. This is why we qualify. Mate, I don't know, network marketing, oh, it's icky, oh, shakes, oh, tablets, oh, icky. Mate, you said you were 10 out of 10. Are you actually 10 out of 10? Because if you're not 10 out of 10, no worries. But, I'm really passionate about what I do. I want to work with serious people. If you're not 10 out of 10, not a problem. But, if you're 10 out of 10, you'll deal with the fact that it's a network marketing company. All right. You just who cares where it comes from? If you don't want to tell anyone, don't tell anyone. If someone notices your changes, send them to me. I'll take care of them, and I'll send you $50 for every person you send me. But you can't be 10 out of 10 if you're complaining that, I don't do network marketing, right? This is why we qualify people. Objection number 2, they are missing some information. So you're talking to them and you're sharing something and they've watched the video, you've shared your story, you've talked about your offer, they've read your content, all that kind of stuff. But there's gaps, there's always going to be little gaps in the information, and they've somehow filled those gaps with assumptions and incorrect assumptions. So then when they come to make their decision, they're making their decision on incorrect information. Really quick story. Years and years ago, 10, 11 years ago, I was playing golf with a personal trainer, and our company is a health and wellness company. And this personal trainer had obviously had a number of people approach him about this company because it was quite a new company at the time. And so a lot of people were approaching health professionals about a health and wellness product. And he and I are playing golf, and I had one of the bars, like the protein bars that I was eating. And he's like, oh, can't believe you eat that stuff. That stuff's a scam. That company is bad for you. Cool. Thanks for being honest. Just for my own understanding, what is it about X that makes you think Y? So that's your question. So when you get an objection like, oh, I don't think those things are healthy, those things aren't sustainable, no one, no, those things don't work, blah, blah, right? Cool. Thanks for being honest. Just for my own understanding, what is it about this product that you think is unhealthy? Now, the issue was that he had taken some information that one person had said once and completely taken the information the wrong way. And he thought that basically because fasting is a component of the program, and he thought you just didn't eat for like a whole month. And he was like, I'm like, that's crazy. That's just nuts. Of course that's unhealthy. And look, I'm eating right now. Now, the thing was that afternoon he signed up. I overcame his objection. He signed up that afternoon. He was enrolling, clients and people the next day. He was building a business the next day. Thing was, no one else had taken the time to actually learn why he had that objection. Everyone else had just stopped at that objection. And the key is an objection is a great place to learn, how do I deliver my information better? So again, what is it about XYZ that makes you think this? And now you might have you might constantly come up against you can get better stuff at the chemist, or you can get better stuff at the supplement store. So in your offer, in your invitation, in the information, in your content creation, you're talking about, here's why the quality of supplement stores is going down. Here's why you shouldn't trust what you buy off the shelf. Hey, in my story, when I'm sharing my story, when I'm doing my lives and reels, sharing my results, I had tried every single supplement on every single shelf and nothing was working. We learn the information that we need to give, and we talk about, hey, again, our branding, and this is who I am not. I'm not the person who just buys random stuff off a supermarket shelf and puts them in my body and crosses my fingers, right? These objections are a great place to learn. So we ask them, what is it about XYZ that makes you think, all right, thank you. Now, just for my own understanding, all right, I've got that now. Okay, what I've found is this. I totally get what you're saying. Here's what I have found. Here's what I found is that I tried every single thing on the supermarket shelf. This is the one thing that worked for me. Now, objection number 3 is similar to that. Objection number 3 is similar in that we're sitting there and we're talking to people, and again, they're getting stories and results, but they're holding on to an old story. So often that's when they're like, oh, no one ever makes money with that. I've heard about that company. My brother-in-law tried it. Yeah, it's not good. It's not healthy. It's not safe. He lost all his money with that company. All right, thank you. Just thanks for being honest, because most people aren't honest. So thank you for being honest. Just for my own understanding, what is it about the company that makes you think it's a scam? Can you just give me a little bit of information about your brother's experience? Well, he bought some stuff off Amazon and he got really sick. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So potentially, he may not have actually really bought the correct stuff. If he just bought it off Amazon, do we really know if he bought the correct stuff? Yeah, my friend did that. My friend at work, she did that, and she lost a heap of money. Okay, cool. So just helping me understand, how long was she doing it for? She did it for like a week and said it didn't work. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate that. I've found that a lot of people have very short mindsets, but for me, I'm not about quick fix. I am not just a quick bit of cash, this little hack to make $500. I am dedicated to coaching and mentoring people to having great success. So I know that your friend at work may have had a bad experience, but I can assure you, if you were open to giving something like this a try, I will coach and mentor you, because I've been doing this for 12 years now and I'm serious about my coaching and mentoring. Use that objection again to show what's different about you. Use objection number 2 to learn more about your audience, learn how to deliver your story better. Use objection number 3 to show why you're different. Objections are fantastic learning processes, fantastic market research. It's like on-the-spot market research if you allow it to be. Now, objection number 4, super quickly, it's because you don't believe what you're saying. So people are picking up in your posture, in your energy, and you're like, how much does it cost? $100. Will this work? I hope so. They're not going to buy it. And again, oh, no, it's expensive. Oh, no, network marketing is a scam. Is it network marketing? Oh, I kind of raised it. Is it network marketing? Yeah, mate. What's your experience? What's your understanding of network marketing? Because I tell you what, I went to university, I did small business, I did X, Y, Z, A, B, C, I did all these things. Network marketing is the one thing that set me free. Cool. Totally different posture. So when you believe, you become believable. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are improving your own belief in your company, your belief in your products, your belief in this industry, and your belief in yourself. So you are doing the work on yourself. You're doing the personal development. You're reading the books. You're listening to the podcasts. You are getting a coach and mentor. Or you're doing the things that you need to do to build your posture and build your belief so that you can overcome those objections. Well, those objections you don't even need to overcome them. You just need to not have a low posture. And once you've got a strong posture, those objections go away, right? Now, step number 5 is then the actual sales conversation. And this is where we come back to that yes, yes conversation. So yes, it did answer all my questions. Great. So would you be looking at the budget pack or the premium pack? Now, we'd prefer the premium pack, but at least the budget pack's still a yes. Would you like this delivered to work or home? Are you using Visa or MasterCard? Would you like chocolate or vanilla? Are you doing this alone or with friends? All right. Do you want to start this today or do you want it delivered ready for Monday morning? Yes questions. We want to have a good answer and a great answer. And we do that by asking a yes question. So they are our 5 steps. Okay, we've gone through, and as I said, we need to go through these things. We need to start tracking. We need to figure out our content creation, and we need to start tracking the process to make sure that we are getting the best possible results. We've got all the things in place. We've got our audience. We've got our market. We've done our research. We understand. We've got an endless list of content creation there through NowSite and Answer the Public. We're going to really build our brand awareness, and we're going to do all those things, and we're going to create an amazing attraction marketing system in our business. Now, if you want to really crush this, talking about if you really want to absolutely dominate a business, because attracting people, making sales, that's awesome. It's step number one, okay? It's the first step in the process. We want to make sure that we are going through the other stages of the process. Creating wealth and freedom through this industry is a 4-stage process. If you are serious about that, if you really want to actually change your life and you're committed to doing that, then I've got a really special offer for you to show you the exact roadmap. I want to take you through exactly how we went from complete newbies to the very top of our company, multiple 7-figure earners, and an 8-figure net worth from our investments because we turned our money into a legacy. I want to show you exactly how we did that. So we've got a really cool offer for you right here, right now. This offer is only available right here, right now. And it's what we call our Freedom Accelerator program. So this is a brand new program where I have just put together everything we've ever created. We've put it into one program. So it's going to step you through the 4-step process to creating financial freedom through network marketing. So as I said, we need to launch. So we need to do our attraction marketing, our fast start programs. We do need a little bit of a financial mindset check over. We want to start getting those 4-figure weeks, those 4-figure checks coming into our business, and we want to take you through that whole process. That is step number 1. Step number 2 then is about systems. How do we duplicate the business skills we need, the business systems we need, the bonus training there from a time management point of view, making sure that we are building a business that actually gives us more time, not more stress. Step number 3 then is we need to create leaders because we want to have residual income. Duplication and systems is amazing for having people follow you, and people will follow the systems and they'll follow the processes and they'll follow the templates and follow the scripts. We want to make sure that we are creating leaders who aren't dependent on you, who are going to do this without you so that you can have more time on the beach. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And then finally, step number 4 is how do we create wealth, right? We've actually got to put our money to work. We can make all the money in the world. You can make $1 million, but if you don't know what to do with that $1 million, you will have $0 at the end of each week, okay? And unfortunately, we see it with lotto winners. We see it with sports stars. We see it with all these people who make money, and I've seen it with all these people who've walked across stage with huge checks, and a couple of years later, they're selling the family home, they're broke, they're selling the cars, they're selling. I remember seeing one lady walking across with 7-figure checks, and she was selling her running shoes a couple of years later just because she didn't know how to take care of her money. She was literally selling shoes for like $10 on Marketplace just to try and pay bills. Now we have all of that. They are all the programs. You work through those programs, you step yourself through. But to make sure that this just isn't just another program that you buy, you just get a heap of digital dust on your computer and you get all excited and you buy a few programs and then nothing happens. We also have our VIP mentorship group. So you get weekly training from me, you get weekly accountability and blitz sessions with my wife, Angie, and you also get weekly Q&A mentorship calls from me. So we do all that in our VIP group. So you've got the video programs, the systems, the trainings, the PDFs, the scripts, the templates, everything, all the bonus training. There's extra bonus training, mindset, skills, social media, everything in there. Plus you get the weekly training, mentorship, and accountability from my wife and I. It is a complete roadmap to freedom. And I talk about complete. Again, what do I want to do? Who am I not? I'm not someone who's just going to give you a couple of things to make a couple of quick extra bucks. I'm going to show you how to change your life. I'm going to show you how to have freedom. Now, normally that is $47 US a month, which is crazy cheap as it is. You know, we used to sell those individual programs, you know, as like just programs and you purchase them. But we just found the problem was that, you know, the people, especially at the start, the people who could afford the programs were the people who were already making money. People couldn't afford the business launch programs if they weren't making any money. So instead, we're just doing it as a subscription model. So you're in there for as short a time or as long a time as you need. If you only need 1 or 2 little things, you come in, you grab them, and then you leave and you do that, and that's totally fine. If you need that accountability, if you need that coach and mentor, and you want 2 7-figure earners walking beside you, and you can do that for less than a daily cup of coffee, then you can do that as well. Now, but what we are going to do is we're going to give it to you for 40% off. So you're getting every single system training, like template, script, everything I've ever created, bonus trainings, event recordings, everything. Plus you're getting 2 7-figure mentors showing you exactly how we created an 8-figure net worth through network marketing. And you're getting it for less than $1 a day. And we'll even give you 7 days to try it for free. So you can try it for free. You can come into the group. You can watch all the recorded trainings. You can watch all the replays. You can go through the trainings. You can download the scripts and everything. You can steal all my PDFs. You can do all of that. And after 6 days, you don't think there's value of paying $1 a day, less than $1 a day to be in there, then you leave. There's no lock-ins, there's no contracts, there's no minimum spend or anything like that. And the really cool thing is that you lock that price in forever. So the bigger the group gets, the more content we add in there, the more training, the more development, the price goes up. You lock this discounted price in forever. So it will never go up, but you got to lock that in today, right? So all you got to do is click the link below. If you click the link below this video, there's the PDF link, and then there's another exclusive link. That offer is only available right here, right now. As I said, it's only for people who are actually serious about creating their business, creating wealth, creating freedom. If you want a quick fix, I am not your guy. I'm not the person to help you with that. I'm after people who really want to be mentored and coached, and they would love to do that, but they just can't afford the 4 or 5 figure mentorship programs. And I know them because we even used to have them and people bought them. But the reality was the people who really needed them couldn't afford them. And that's why we changed it all up. And that's why we put it onto a subscription model instead. Click the link below, join our VIP group, check out everything we've got. We will show you the exact path to financial freedom. Make sure you got this PDF as well. I hope you've gotten value out of this video alone. And I cannot wait to take you further down the pathway to financial freedom.